We're in downtown Globe, Arizona, and we're at the Huddle. Let's go get a cold one, shall we? Come on. Trust me, the coolest part of this bar might actually be underneath it. Globe goes all the way back to 1876 when mining was turning this place into one of Arizona's great old boom towns. And this stretch of Broad Street has seen just about everything. Fires, floods, saloons, brothels, miners, and more than a century of people coming and going through these old buildings. The building that houses the Huddle dates back to right around the turn of the century, and this address has lived a few lives. Back in 1927, it was a clothing business. By the late 1930s, it was a grocery and meat market. Then by the early 1950s, it became a K&M buffet. Eventually, it became the neighborhood bar people know today, and Tracy and Steve Quick took over the Huddle around 2004. But now, we're going somewhere most people sitting at this bar probably never get to see. Brian, the manager, opened this trapdoor and took us beneath the Huddle. And this is where things get really interesting. You go down to that old stone basement, and one of the first things you notice is the water line. In September of 2025, catastrophic flooding hit downtown Globe. And down here, the water got about 5.5 to 6 feet deep. They lost pretty much everything that was stored in the basement and had to redo electrical and make repairs throughout the space. But even after the flood, some of the oldest pieces of this building are still here, including this sealed-off doorway and this opening. Local stories say these once connected into the old passageways underneath Globe. And Globe definitely has the history to make those stories interesting. Around the turn of the century, brothels operated above and behind some of the saloons along Broad Street. And the longtime story here at the Huddle is that there was once a second floor above this building, and ladies of the night worked upstairs. There are also stories about underground passages being used to move around town without being seen. Exactly where every passage went and who used them, after more than 100 years, some of that history has turned into Globe legend. But standing underneath the Huddle, looking through an old opening into the darkness, you can understand exactly why these stories never went away. And tomorrow, we're going back upstairs. Because somehow, a horse riding through the bar isn't the only crazy story the Huddle has. Stay tuned for part 2. Diva and Boom Boom signing off from the Huddle in Globe, Arizona.